Good evening, bandsters and everybody out there in YouTube land. This is JBand22 checking in for week 6 pre-op. Hopefully one of my final weeks pre-op prior to having lap band surgery. Today I'm just going to give you a couple of updates on how I'm doing, progress for appointments, and how my wife's doing, and kind of go over the appointment that I had today, which is one of the final appointments before actually having my surgery. First off, weighed this morning at 318.3, which is down 2.5 pounds from I think Saturday or Sunday when I did my last post because I missed last Wednesday. So that puts me down to 318.3, which is down 11.5 from where I started, which isn't bad. It's like I said, it's all pre-op. And I'll cover in a second, if they want me and how much more they want me to lose prior to surgery. So that's pretty good. So I'm happy with that. I'm just kind of watching what I'm eating. Pretty much having really low fat, high protein stuff in the morning, protein shakes, a small lunch, and then the wife is cooking very healthy dinners, and along with her mushies, which is the stage that she's in right now. She's down a total of 22 pounds total. 13 of those pounds she's down post-op, and today is her 3 weeks out from her surgery. So in 3 weeks she's down 13 pounds. So congratulations, babe, that's great. A little over 4 pounds a week is what she's lost since then. She stalled the past couple of days, but she said that she's noticed definitely some inches in her waist and that. She's weighing herself daily, which is something that I don't do. I weigh myself once a week. So congrats to her. That's great. That's some great progress, and like I said, it's great to see the smile back on her face and seeing her losing some weight and being really happy about it. So that's great. So my appointment today was my appointment with the surgeon. So it was about a 2-hour appointment. When I got in, I watched about a 45-minute video that took you through everything that was lap band. They discussed everything about the process, some of the stuff that I already knew. So they kind of discussed, all the meetings that I'd already had or appointments that I've already had, kind of how the surgery is going to go, any risks with the surgery, making sure that we understood everything. There was actually a pretty cool program. It was all done via computer, and you just popped on some headphones and watched everything on the computer. So that was that took about 45 minutes. Then a nurse brought me in and took my vitals, blood pressure, things like that. And then the surgeon's assistant came in and just asked some questions, just reevaluated or went through the kind of a recap of all the other appointments that I had and asked about family history, asked about any past surgeries that possibly I had, and I've actually had a couple of hernia surgeries in the past, and an appendectomy, which he said wouldn't affect the surgery, at all that they would be doing for the lap band. Then waited about 10 minutes after he was done, and the surgeon himself came in, and he actually brought in a lap band to show me what it would look like, what would be going inside of me, and what's inside of most of you. So that was kind of cool, and just kind of walked through the whole entire process. Again, some of the risks that were involved, and how they would treat certain risks. 2 of the biggest risks that he said was band slippage, which he says is correctable by possibly another surgery and replacing the band. The other one was actually the band growing into the stomach, which I believe is what happened to Jeremy out there, and an infection and everything that's caused with that. And he said at that point to replace the band, he doesn't do a band replacement, and the only other alternative weight loss surgery would then be gastric bypass. So keep my fingers crossed that neither one of those two things happen. But went through all that. Basically had said that now they send everything off to the insurance company, asking for the referral and the approval, and then once that comes back, they then schedule me for surgery. So one thing I have to check on that I didn't ask when I was there is he had basically said, see you in 2 weeks, and had given me a sheet of paper saying that, they'd like you to lose a little bit more weight. It's the same sheet of paper that they gave my wife, though, and she dropped about 5 pounds prior to surgery, but she never met with the surgeon again until the actual date of surgery. So what I've got to clarify and give him a call tomorrow, see, does he want me to lose a certain amount of weight in the next 2 weeks and then see him and then schedule the surgery, or what? I don't know what that meant, or if he just thought that maybe in 2 weeks we'd be having the surgery. So I wasn't quite sure about that. and I'll clarify that tomorrow or Friday. I'll give them a call. So that's the progress. So it's now the waiting game. I'm pretty aggressive, I guess you would say, and I'll be definitely calling the insurance company the beginning or middle of next week to say, hey, you got this referral. I'm waiting to get this through, and doing my best to pester them to get the referral approved as soon as possible, because I'd like to get in and have the surgery as soon as possible. I've got a really busy September for work, and to take 3 or 4 days off for surgery is gonna put me back. So I'd like to have the surgery as soon as possible, if that is possible. And next coming weeks, I'm going to be changing the format of how I do my vlogs, and I've kind of set up some categories. I'm going to make them a little bit more high-tech, or attempt to make them a little bit more high-tech. We'll see how it goes, but I'm going to mess around with some video editing and stuff like that, and maybe make them a little bit more interesting, so I'm not just this big talking head talking at you with all my stats and everything. So we'll see. So I'm kind of going to throw in, I'll probably have like a recipe of the week, depending on what stage I'm in, whether it's the liquid stage or mushy stage or soft foods, things like that. Cover a couple of non-skill victories that, I might be having. Probably throw in a joke of the week, update you guys on my favorite sports teams, and then go through my workout schedule and how I'll be working out. One of the things after I lose a little bit that I definitely plan on jumping into is the C2 5K. That's just a personal goal of mine. I've never been a huge runner, but it's something that really intrigues me and that I really like to do is to run a 5K. And my counterpart at work actually runs marathons, and that's a little bit of a pipe dream right now, or off in the distance, but definitely on my bucket list of things to do. So definitely something I'll be working towards. So I'll be covering some of that, progress on that. As always, I'll be covering my wife's progress on how she's doing with the lap band, which so far is very successful, and any other ancillary things that are out there. So I'm going to keep this one short and sweet tonight, but again, thank you everybody for watching, thank you everybody for subscribing and all the great comments out there. A lot of highly inspirational people, Bald Family Man, Jeremy, Banded Wendy, Saya, see if I'm saying your name right. Very inspirational people out there, and you guys are doing fantastic. And I look to be joining you soon. So with that, have a great Wednesday night. I'm gonna head upstairs and put the little one down for his his bedtime and bath. And I'll be seeing you all next week. Take care. Bye bye.